are on right of the topic. That is about business use cases that I'm going to discuss in this particular short session, so that which will be useful for the next implementation session. Okay, so I'm not giving just only explaining about the feature, but where exactly in the real world scenario this particular feature is useful, that we are going to talk about in the next session now about generate tests by Postbot. Okay, so let's get into the business use cases. Basically, generate tests, that means generate tests at collection level. Okay, suppose for any project we have at least minimum around 100 plus services are available, and each service will have around 5 to 10 scenarios are available, or requests are available to completely validate this particular service. Okay, so like that, if we have 10 to 15 services at an average, if each service has 5, so that means you will have 50 total tests will have. Okay, because each service will cover positive and negative the scenarios, that's why it will come around 50 if it is a 10 services are available. If it is a 15 to 20, again subsequently the suit size is being increased. Okay, for example, here I'm just quoting two real world business use cases. One is a project, okay, with no prior automation, as a set of request design in the postman collection, and immediate basic tests are required. So for example, you have a one project, okay, or you just started new project or existing project, so you do not have any kind of API test automation, but customer design plan to have a API test as a quick testing, which can be used wherever it needed. We can integrate part of the pipelines, or immediate testing is required, we can initiate then and there, like that. There are various uses of this particular API testing side. So we are testing at one layer, so that ensuring that whatever the APIs migrated or developed or updated can be validated in one go. So that's the reason, that is the one business case. And second business case is about SL development model. So as of today, almost 85% projects are running on the SL development, and every the sprint cycle, couple of features being added and enhancing the product towards the business objectives. So like for each feature, okay, so we have two sprints. In that one, API also as one of the key activity that customer is looking for the API scripts to be built. So in one go so what happens is, in such case, suppose a feature will have 10 services, and each service will have at an average 550. So generating extensive scripts within a 2 weeks of span, it may not be feasible, but you have an opportunity to generate a basic test to understand or to validate the particular service is working as expected and meeting all the requirements. So in such case, this generate test at collection would give augment the API test automation by generating the basic test in one go with minimal effect. So these are the two real world business use cases that I'm going to going to present in the next session as well, how we can implement it. But there are a bunch of cases. If we go in deeper, we can come across many use cases that can be leveraged by this particular the feature of the postbot. Okay, as of now, limiting this session and scoping, just scoping to these two business cases so that you can relate to any of the the requirement if you come across. Okay, so same thing, I have explained the a quick overflow so that it can be easily understand what I am talking about and where we can, leverage, generate this feature in the real world use cases. So maintenance project or any new project, which has the requests are ready. It might be a total request. You have total scenarios around 50 to 100 might be a, but generating the test scripts for all the 10 scripts, at least minimum it will take, per person, 2 weeks of time or sometimes 3 weeks. Suppose if you apply two resources, definitely it will take 1 week. But using this particular feature, leveraging the postbot, you can generate basic tests in a span of 5 minutes of time, and that can be, so it can be ready for the test sector, at any environment without any further change. Okay, so that is one case where your requests are ready and you need, immediate testing is required, or so for that reason you need to have a, automation, and as well as you need to develop the basic, scripts. How the basic scripts will be developed, either you have to write manually or you have to take the leverage of this particular feature so that you can test this particular service while the development is going on. Okay, so this is about the job. You can immediately, as soon as you create the test, you can pick up the runs. In the same time, there is another use case which I have already talked about. That is typically we experience the agile model, and if any new feature is introduced and it has, complex feature, and it has about the 15, 10 to 15, API calls are available, and that needs to be tested, extensively. In such case, you can. This is the good candidate. Good candidate to the, leverage the postbot feature, that is generate tests. Okay, these are the two use cases, and I'm going to, explain the next session using the postbot. Okay, I hope you are clear on the use cases that I'm going to present. Thank you. We'll catch you in the next session.